It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to the Motivated Mindset with your host, me, Jose Flores, and we are going to go into the why behind what we do in life. Have you ever wondered what truly drives people? I know I do. What fuels their purpose and motivation? In this podcast, we're going to explore those profound questions, uncovering the stories and insights that shape our journeys. Join me as we navigate in the depths of human ambition and uncover the secrets to living a fulfilled life, purpose, and driven. Let's get motivated. Thank you. Hooah! What's up, my people? How we doing today? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Motivated Mindset. I'm your boy Jose Flores. You already know. ¿Qué pasa? How you doing? Look, hey, this is the place where we talk about purpose, resilience, grit, and living life to the fullest. Now, óyeme, listen to what I'm telling you right now. Last week, your boy had an experience that was straight up epic. You what? Thank you very much. Now, look, I'm talking about the National Veterans Summer Sports Clinic in San Diego, California, mi gente. And let me tell you, this was like Disneyland for veterans, except instead of Mickey Mouse, you get surfboards, kayak, and dance floor. Hoo-wah, all right now. Like, check this out. But before I jump in, let me explain what this event is all about for those who may not know. So the National Veterans Summer Sports Clinic has been around since 2008. That's right. Over a decade of changing lives. And it's put together by the Department of Veteran Affairs. And the mission is simple but powerful: to help injured and disabled veterans rediscover their strength through adaptive sports, wellness, and community. And this isn't just about sports. It's about healing. It's about pushing boundaries. It's about proving to yourself, I may have scars, I may have setbacks, but I'm still in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me there, sweet lips. Okay, check this out. And let me tell you, this clinic brings together hundreds of veterans from across the country, and the VA, the staff, the volunteers, the community partners all go into making sure that we're cared for like family, familia. And that's exactly how I felt. Nothing but love and support and motivation all week long. It was just like, just an unbelievable experience. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through my week, because this was it was like a whole Netflix series packed into 5 days. I was fired up. Invictus cross training. Yeah, that's right. Your boy got a taste of what those world-class adaptive athletes do. And let me tell you, I was sweating like a pastor in a strip club, but it felt amazing. Check this out. Then surfing, man, I never thought in my Bronx childhood days that I'll be out there riding the waves. I mean, the only waves I knew growing up was from the bodega guy when he saw me too many times buying, quarter waters. But I got up on the board, and what it felt, guess what? I got up, fell down, got back up again. Nothing like the kayaking, but that's a different case. And we also had meditation and yoga lists, and I didn't think I could sit still that long, but I did. And it felt peace, calm, and reminded that even warriors need rest. Cycling, kayaking, sailing, boom, boom, boom. Adventure after adventure, each one pushing me, humbling me, and reminding me of the resilience we carry as veterans. And let me not forget that they took us to Padres versus the Dodgers baseball game. Now, look, I'm a New York guy, Bronx born, raised, my heart's going to Yankees, bam. But still, the vibes were incredible. They had us set up in a good food, good seats, and good people. Then, man, we had a cruise with food, music, and dancing. And you know, your boy Jose was tearing up the dance floor. I was moving like I was 20 again. Salsa, bachata, merengue. Somebody had to tell me, yo, Jose, save some moves for the rest of us. But the real MVPs were those volunteers, man. Those folks went all out. They're like the heartbeat. They supported, celebrated with us. And I'm talking about bottles, all the swag that they got, the love. And those volunteers, you know, they deserve like what you call a standing ovation. It was like nothing I experienced, you know. And it's one thing, you guys have seen me a lot, but I'm going to show you this quick video. And then after this video, what I'm going to do is we're going to bring on some vets from different places so you can hear their stories. Because the whole purpose of this podcast is why you as a vet, why you as a caregiver, why you as a supporter of veterans should make sure that all veterans are aware of all these programs. I know I didn't for the longest, you know, but I'm so glad that I did find it. You know, the staff from the VA was just stupendous. You know, all the groups that were there. I'm talking from the Wounded Warrior Project to like the Invictus training team and everything. And when you hear my fellow brothers talk about it, you know what I'm talking about. So this is what I ask of you, the audience. Ask questions, you know, ask questions of us about how this works. I am also going to have the URL, the link of where the VA has all these programs. I mean, they even got like arts and crafts. It's really, really an awesome opportunity for a lot of our brothers and sisters to heal. And I saw a lot of stuff there that just made me think about it ain't over. The fight ain't over. We still are productive, you know. And for the longest, I didn't know when I retired what I could do. But even more, we're also going to talk about what you can do in your community. Oh man, it's like a whole new world that opened up. So give me a minute. Let me bring up this quick video, and you can see it was like stupendous, mi gente, stupendous. Let me bring it up. Where we at? I got this. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, man, this is awesome.
Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Ernest Hemingway.
Visually impaired, I'm deaf, and it literally feels like you're flying or you're floating. It's just the most wonderful feeling you could have.
It's gonna look like paddle, 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 paddle. You're cruising. That was great.
Of those breaths on this side, you might find a little space.
It's this button right here.
Keep pedaling. One foot in front of the other, and I'm going and gone.
Woo! I love speed, man. I love speed.
You guys are crack up. Hey, this is Going and Look magazine, you guys. Here we go.
Veterans, they're all here for a reason. They're all here to get support. They are so fantastic at supporting each other from day one. You're watching them meet each other. You're watching them connect. They're talking about their branch of service. They're talking about their different experiences.
What branch of service are you?
Navy.
Navy? I should have known better. I'm leaving. Just kidding.
Air Force.
So you've always had the best of everything, see? Yeah.
know these guys for 10 minutes and you instantly feel like you know them a lifetime. That's unmatched. You can't do that anywhere else.
Okay. Well, we're going to have fun today.
Can't just do it once a year at the clinics. This is where we come together, we get the energy, and then you got to go home and do it.
Without a doubt, is saving lives. Adaptive sports has already saved my life. To push our bodies beyond where we thought was possible again, it's a difference between breathing and living.
As veterans, when we are participating, when we're doing these things, that we maintain the esprit de corps, the bond of service that we had, that we keep that moving forward.
There's one team, one fight, just like before.
Born and raised in California, Los Angeles. I know about the water. I just never went surfing. All right, let's do this.
We're all the same out here. We all been through the same type of stuff, you know. Just being in that team atmosphere again, it felt like being home with your family for once.
So the fact that I can actually be out here on the sand in a wheelchair, I mean, that's just next level for me.
So don't use me as a story for the Air Force. We're not just desk jockeys. We got that brain power, see? And that's what we do.
You never know unless you try. So go out there, give it your all. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's come out here, love on each other, and continue to thrive.
If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what. Look, I still got salt in my ears from all that. Let me share something real quick with you. You see this band? You see this band? Bro, I tell you, I had to go to the emergency room, not because of something that happened, not because I kind of overdid it, and I'm called the overboard man. I went over on the kayak so much, so I got so excited. But I would tell you that you saw everything that we did there. It was just an amazing time, you know. And when you hear my brothers, you're gonna hear about one of the big things is how we able to communicate. For me, the hardest thing when I got out was not having that community, you know, that I had in the military, and you know, and being there, and all the other things that are national. And we also, when we talk about what's in your community, it is something that you just can't replace that, you know. And I mean, many nights I spent with a lot of veterans, just meeting them, and you have. You know, when I thought that I was going there, I thought I was going to be the oldest cat there. I wasn't, even though I use all of Olay. I know I look good. Thank you very much. But it was just stupendous because we had everything from this new generation to Vietnam veterans was there, you know, and you see everything that they did for us, you know. And what I want you to take away from this, and that's the biggest thing, is knowledge is worthless unless you share it. So what you see here, make sure that you share with veterans, with those that need to hear this, you know. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm gonna introduce you to my brothers who I met and you'll get their view. And what I want is for you to ask questions, and see what we got. But let's go to a quick commercial break. I'm gonna put on my favorite video. It's stupendous. I know. I get carried away, but watch till you see this video. See you when you get back.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. 'Cause Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down here to lie. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on these front lines. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at mbradio.com.
Welcome back. Hey, look, if I had hair, let me tell you, it'd be standing like, how you doing? Every time I hear that song, it's just really good, But without further ado, no, I never took Shakespeare. I don't even know where that comes from, but people say, what did I do? He's too, I don't know, he's too brutes. I don't know. But anyway, let's bring on some of my guests right after here, and we're gonna make it happen, Captain. Give me a moment.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
All right. Let's bring on my brothers up in here. What's up? Hey, thank you for being here, David, Nick, and Matt. Hey, I met this brother right here. How we doing, people? How we doing?
Doing good.
I'm good, Jose. Good to see you.
Terrific.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just feeling the love in here, man. You know, the amor, you know. But hey, I just want to say thank you for coming on. But I get, you know what's funny? Johnny's on. Johnny was able to come on, but I got your video, Johnny. So I'm gonna put some of the things you on. But we're gonna kick this off with Johnny, and he was one of our motivators there. And I'm just like, hey, so let me see if this thing will play. Let me see. So let's bring Johnny on.
Fellow veterans, my name is Johnny Sandoval.
Let me see if I can.
United States Navy, USS Cayuga, LST 1186. I'm here making this video for you all to let you know that there are wonderful programs out there available to all of the veterans, whether it be the Winter Sports Clinic, National Veterans Wheelchair Game, the Summer Sports Clinic, the Golf Clinic, or the Golden Age Game. Summer Sports Clinic, mostly every veteran will qualify, whether you have PTSD, amputation, SCI, MS, TBI, and other disabilities, and other individual disabilities. I met this amazing group of people at the Summer Sports Clinic in San Diego, Team Titan. We met for the very first time in San Diego, and we all bonded and came very close and became a family. We did kayaking together. We surfed together. We did adaptive fitness together. We also went sailing and did cycling. We did everything at this clinic together, and we all performed very well. Most of us thought in our lives, I can't surf. I never done that before. Well, guess what? We did it. Me being in a wheelchair, I never thought I could surf in my life. I never tried it before until I came to San Diego. And now I can actually surf. So if you think there are no programs available out there for you, you are wrong. There are many, many programs available to us all. And every program is family orientated. We create such a bond with each other. We learn from each other. We teach each other. And we show each other how to get through life. It is the best medication that you will ever get. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact my man, Jose Flores, on his podcast. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, that was that was Johnny. I'm gonna try to bringing him live in a little bit, but I know he has some questions on. Let me see what he posts. Johnny, I'm gonna try to get you on, my brother, but I know you have posted something on here, and you know, I want to make sure so people, you know, he said, let's see. He sold the song. This is I feel you, bro. He said this song is amazing. It is. Before we get into it, what did you guys think of that video, brothers?
We lost Nick.
Yeah,
that was really cool. I had never seen that before either.
Yeah. Were you gonna say, Matt?
Both the VA video and Johnny's video are just motivating. You know, reminds us what we can and should be doing.
Yeah. Well, and until Nick comes back, we'll start with you, Matt, if you don't mind, where you're from and so on, and you know your experience.
Going the full Monty with how everything went for the week too.
Yeah, let's do it full Monty, but just keep your clothes on.
Yep. That's how the week ended, you know. Anyways, my name is Matthew Waugh. I am originally from East Lansing, Michigan. I relocated to Boulder, Colorado a few years ago because it was good for the soul. Part of my whole health journey was a relocation across the country with my family. I served in the Army from 01 to 08 with service in Iraq and Afghanistan, where I became injured and you know, illnesses related to the PACTEC and whatnot. I came about this in kind of a different way than a lot of people in that I applied for the Summer Sports Clinic by myself. I didn't know about the robust, accessible sport, recreation, therapy, creative arts therapy programs that the VA offers in Denver. I was actually at a podiatry appointment, sitting there looking around, just, you know, what's that vet story? You know, you just gaze around when you're at the VA, just wonder if you don't talk to other people, what you know, what they're going through, where they've been. And I just noticed a recreation therapy thing on the wall. So I went up to the the assistant there, the medical support assistant. I was like, hey, do you have a brochure for the recreational therapy? And she's like, well, I think the program director, Kat, is in. You want to talk to her? And I was like, well, yeah, of course. Told her that I had applied for the summer sports clinic on my own. She told me that there was an enormous team of Colorado, Denver area based veterans, Colorado Springs as well veterans that were going to be attending, and that she was going to be there at the CrossFit, the Invictus CrossFit, and that one of the recreation therapists was going to be on our team. So that made it a really cool experience. And I was on the same flight as a bunch of the Denver based people, got to know some folks before I got out there. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I self-isolated and I ostracized myself from the veteran community for a long time. I went through the PTSD inpatient program and quit drinking back in 2018, and then really started paying attention to my health. And part of that was putting myself out there. And this was part of that. And I couldn't be any happier that I did, even though I was scared at first when I first went out there blindly. Knowing that I was going to be meeting upwards of 150 veterans and participating in some things that I didn't think that I could do, and now know that I can. I had a wonderful time, to borrow a word from you, Jose. It was stupendous. I made some lifelong friends, I think. I took part in some amazing sports. And I'm still riding the high of last week. Been looking at some triathlons to get into, some adaptive skiing that David takes part in. That, you know, they drove past my house to go to a mountain to ski every Wednesday, and I didn't even know about it. So this opened a lot of doors. There was just there was information and camaraderie overflowing the whole week. I learned so much about myself and about so many others. And you know, at the beginning of the week, we were all kind of standoffish, you know, gauging one another. And by the end of the week, we were thick as thieves. We were a motley crew walking through the Bay Area, just cutting up and making fun of each other. We had amputee on amputee jokes. I had a wonderful time, and I couldn't think the VA anymore. I don't know what my expectations were for this event, but they were greatly surpassed. I mean, they class act. So I was just very thankful. Thank you for having me, Jose. It was a pleasure to meet you. You are one of the great motivators of the week. You and your Maryland crew, all of you, you and Mark and Francine were quintessential in making our group feel like a home. So thank you.
No, thank you. And what did you take away, Matthew, for you? What was one of the things other than the brotherhood that we had? Was any one event or time that you said, yeah, this is it, man? I'm glad that, was anything that stuck out for you during this whole time?
Well, I'll tap into David for this one. I think I always had the mentality of not participating in like Wounded Warrior things or other, nonprofits that did stuff for veterans, because I always felt, there's somebody that has it worse than I do, so let them have it type mentality. It's kind of like when we're in the military, let the Joes eat first, we'll take care of ourselves later. But when I got there, I felt very much accepted despite having all my faculties. I'm a TBI person. So what I really took away was these guys that are missing appendages and wheelchair ridden are happier than I am. So I need to look, inside myself and question, what am I really bitching about? What am I really complaining about? Because there's people here that have it worse than I. And they're so much happier, and they're the motivating facet of the group. Johnny was like having another coach. David, you were always jazzing it up, talking it up, motivating others. So perspective for me was to get myself, realign myself, and really look deep into what I have qualms about within myself, because it could always be worse.
And I can relate to that, man. Same thing, having when I first got out, I had all my limbs. I said, I'm okay. But as all of us here know, as we go through this thing called life, things happen to us that are service connected, and I was like, man, and then coming to this event, it really gave me a new light on things and look at life. I still got the high from this weekend, but no, I appreciate that. How about you, brother David?
Oh man. My name is David Pettigrew. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm a repeat offender for Summer Sports Clinic this year. This was my second, and let's see. What was the first question? Oh, Branch. I was Army.
Look, wait, let me interrupt.
This question's that long.
I didn't have any crayons to give you. I'm sorry.
That's Marines. That's Marines. Come on. I served back in 2000 to 2004. I was infantry deployed to Iraq, which is where I lost my leg. So I'm one of the visibly, obviously injured that goes to these kinds of things. And man, they're just so fun. So I've done Winter Sports Clinic 3 times now. I've done Summer Sports Clinic twice. I probably am going to go to wheelchair games next year. If Johnny has anything to say about it, I'll definitely go next year. Same thing for Kayla, our coach. I have to learn how to actually pilot my wheelchair better. I nearly got run over by a train in San Diego because I'm not good at this. But I love doing these events. And like Matt alluded to, I was out of the Army for 18 years before I found out that rec therapy is a department in the VA, that adaptive sport was a thing, and that it was okay for me to hang out with other veterans. When I got out, I basically severed all contact with the military. I lived 5 minutes outside Fort Carson, which was my stateside duty station. And I did not set a foot on that base for at least 10 years. And one of the most fun things that I found in the last really 4 years is that even though I stepped back, I'm still part of this tribe. I'm still part of this cohort, this veterans group still accepts me, even though I cut all that contact. I still get to just slot back in like I never was gone. Everybody just accepts it because that's who we are and that's what we do. And it's true pretty much everywhere if you're in a group of veterans that you can just insert yourself and you can be accepted because of the shared bond of service. But it's really, really on display at these national events, these big events like summer and winter and wheelchair games and Golden Age games, because everybody's there to just try some new stuff and have some fun. And for me, this event is a recharge. Everything but the surfing and sailing, which don't really exist in Colorado. I do kayaking at home. I do CrossFit at home. I do cycling at home. These aren't new activities for me, but it's not necessarily about the activity. It's about the chance to go to meet a bunch of new vets, to hang out, form some relationships, form some friendships, have some fun, and really connect and share. We had one of our other cohort who couldn't make it today, who also, he's a full-time chair user now. I'm a part-time chair user. I barely use mine at all if I can get away with it. I had it all week in San Diego. And so Johnny's also a full-time chair user, and we're both trying to help Mark navigate some of his life because he's recent. He's recent to his chair. This is a new thing for him. Johnny's been in his for a long time. And I've been an amputee for a very, very long time. And so it's always gratifying to be able to relate the experiences I've already had and help share that at the same time, while picking up those same experiences, those same tips and tricks and life lessons from other more senior veterans.
Yeah.
Did I get everything?
No. You
I think that was all the questions, right?
No. That was fine. I know when I was telling when I got back, some of my civilian friends that this is the longest time period that I ever spent with people that had different disabilities other than what I'm used to. And it was just amazing watching you and Johnny and all our other brothers and sisters just do what they do. I was like in awe, I remember that one brother with the long beard he actually was able to surf, and I was like, and I couldn't even get on my knees, so it helped me push me a lot longer. I was like, man, I'm ODF out there flapping, but you guys inspire me every time. I see that Johnny's here. What we're gonna take one more break, and then we're gonna have Nick and Johnny come on, and then as we wrap up, you know, we'll if anybody has any questions from the audience, you know, and I'll have a link too, so I can share. But let's go to commercial break real quick, and we'll come right back. Let's go. Technology. All right. One more time.
Sacred flowers, sacred mother, earth is crying for her daughters. Sacred flowers, sacred mother, earth is crying for her daughters. Where have you gone? Who took them from us? Who stole them from us? Sacred flowers. Sacred flowers, sacred mother, earth is crying for her daughters. Sacred flowers, sacred mother, earth is crying for her daughters. Blooming life on the res, bringing light to our lives. You are missing your mist. Sacred flowers.
That was a deep one too. Hey, we'll kick off with Nick. Nick, introduce yourself. Give us the 5 W's and what you took away from this camp, this event we had.
I'm Nick Flemma, Army veteran from Helper, Utah. I was in 2002 to 2005. I got a traumatic brain injury during some training, so I never had the opportunity to deploy with my brothers. With these clinics, it's all about being with each other and gaining that camaraderie and that friendship that we lost when we got out. It's not only doing the events is awesome, but the brotherhood, like you guys, I love you guys. And, I feel like I got a piece of myself back, and I come home and I'm pumped up. My kids see a difference in my demeanor, my attitude. And I love everything about the rec therapy program. And like these guys were saying, I didn't know about it till probably 15 years after I was out. And I've done a lot with it since. We do cycling, kayaking, rock climbing at home. And then this and the winter sports clinic are where I've been to. And it's just awesome.
Wow. And what was there one event or one thing that you took away from that really like, hey, I know you have been to these before, so.
At first I thought surfing was the best when we did that the second day, but then when we played football, I was so motivated and pumped after that. That was just an absolute blast.
Yeah, it was for some. I think Johnny said they got a new award because I fell out the boat. Which now, Nick, hey, thanks for sharing that. No, I appreciate it. But let me see what I got here. I got my brother Johnny. Johnny, what you got to say, brother? Introduce yourself. Can you hear me, Johnny? Johnny can't hear me. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you, but
I hear you. I think he's just frozen.
Oh, okay. Cool. Too easy. Hey, Johnny, whenever you can talk, you just come on. You may need to reset, go back out. You have to do that sometimes. It happens. But let me see what we got. Yeah, we got some more time. But let me see. Do we have a question here? I got a question here. Let's see what we got. It might be Johnny said I can't get in. But Instagram, what we got? No, same thing. So that is amazing. Yep. So what I want to hear from you guys, why should veterans attend these things? And this is open to the floor. It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to come on.
I would say add this to your whole health plan. I was told, by my psychiatrist a few years ago, we have pieces of the pie that make the whole of us, and part of that, is social, emotional, philosophical, religion, higher purpose in general. And I think this is a part of the piece of the pie that was missing for me, was the social aspect. And it was immense between VA employees, between vendors, between participants, other veterans. I mean, the take home from all of that would be is if you're feeling something's missing in your life, you're feeling a little empty, you feel unrelatable, you need to put yourself out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else?
With doing these events and being out with your brothers, you regain some confidence and some self-esteem where you're kind of feeling down and out, and it just helps build you up some.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and to pick it off what was Johnny, that you?
No.
Okay, maybe that's me. Maybe that's my audio messing up.
Nah, that's okay. Go ahead, David.
What I was going to say is to piggyback off what both Matt and Nick said. Nick, are you even on our team? I'm not sure. But
I was outcast, and you guys accepted me full force. So
it's definitely, these events are a chance to not only participate in the activity and introduce you to the activity if it's something new to you, but also to connect and to recognize and participate with other veteran athletes who maybe they don't have the exact same physical, mental issue that you're bringing to this sport, but you'll find some overlap. You'll find some similarity. You'll be able to see that you are capable of doing more than you thought, and that
can you guys hear me?
Something that's super fun. And the staff that they bring in for these, the volunteer organizations like Team River Runner, like the Adaptive Training Academy for the CrossFit, the Amp Surf, these guys have programs all over the nation that you can go home and you can plug in and say, you know what, I had a blast with the kayaking. Let me see if there's something local. And where can I plug in? Where can I put this into my daily life? So it doesn't just have to be a week of high intensity charged emotion. It can then facilitate, it can be the catalyst for a change when you get back home. Well, this is something I loved. Let me just dive wholeheartedly into this. And yeah. And so I think that's another like huge benefit of these events is the introduction to the people who provide the service, who provide the training for all of the different skill stuff.
And I know each state is different. So let's say there's a veteran involved. I know for us, I had to get a counsel. Is that correct? From my primary VA doctor. And then they connected me with Lauren, who was my, what is that? The therapist, recreation. Is that the correct?
Yeah, your recreation therapist.
Recreation therapist, which is in your area. So if everybody out there, if you look at that site, the VA Adaptive Sports, you go to there and it has points of contact too. But that's how you get involved. That's how I had to do it. I had to get a counsel, get like anybody over 40 to do these events and get an EKG. And then they connected me and said, oh, this is your POC for that. So that's how I had to do it. Did somebody else have a different experience of what they had to do to get connected?
Mine was the same. I utilize primary care, but you can also use specialty care like your psychologist, psychiatrist. They can also put in a consult, but it is consult based. And there's pretty much no reason anybody would be denied it. And in my understanding, it's pretty open program. As long as you receive VA care, you can have a 0% rating, you can have a 100% rating, you can be permanent and total, you can be unemployable, just be getting care at the VA, and it's part of your whole health.
Yeah, what Matt said,
Absolutely.
Anybody in your health chain can put in that consult for rec therapy. And
yes,
yeah, rec therapy runs the Denver Rec Therapy is one of the best in the nation. They run stuff all year round. We have a laundry list of programs every week, all year. That just change with the season, change with location. And some of it is more physically demanding, like the skiing or the rock climbing. Some of it is less so, like the bowling, or like just a day out on a lake doing kayaking, paddleboarding. And definitely get plugged in. It's one of the best things you can do for your physical and for your mental health is to get connected and get outside and go do something fun.
Yeah. And Johnny had he just texted me, but he said every veteran should attend at least once. It's a game changer. You never know what you can do till you try it. And, you know, we've talked about the national one, but even I can talk about my area, and most of my brothers is the same. Even in our area, like I know for us, we have biking, we have yoga, we have, going out and do golfing. So it ain't just the national, it's things in your community, and anybody who's worked for the government, if we as veterans don't utilize these things, they'll start cutting the money. I know sometimes they've had to cancel because not enough veterans sign up. This is something you earn, so I'm telling you, you need to go out there and find out, reach out to your VA, reach out to the PAO, reach out to that site, reach out to the VA, say, hey, I want to be part of, some of the events that they have, not just the national one, but the things that are in your region. One of the things I learned, I had never been on a recumbent bike, and I just found out that the VA will pay for it. I've never been on one with all my issues. Those are things that the VA does for them. I was meeting veterans that have bikes that would, and they're not cheap either. David, you got one? I don't know. You got a couple, right?
I do. Yeah, I have a bike that I want to say the invoice on it was like 14 grand. I paid $200 to change the color because I didn't like the burnt orange color they were trying to ship me. But yeah, that was the first piece of gear that the VA bought for me specifically for sport. I also have a pair of crutches that was close to $1,000 that all I use them for is the approach hikes for ice climbing. The VA last season bought me a sit ski. Again, not a cheap rig, and then a custom foam insert for that, which also just extremely expensive gear if you have to pay for it out of pocket. And all of this is just a part of rec therapy, a part of their mission and their budgeting. I don't know all of the rules for that. I check outside spinal cord injury. I check almost every box that there is between post 9/11, Purple Heart, combat wounded, amputee. So I don't know where the eligibility are for the equipment purchasing stuff because like I said, check almost every single box that there is. But it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask.
Absolutely,
and
David.
It absolutely can change your life. Like there was no way I hadn't ridden a bicycle since I was in high school. I had no idea that was a possibility until they sent me to a recumbent shop here in Colorado Springs and said, go see Josiah at Angle Tech, and he's going to put you on some bikes and you're going to figure out what works.
Yeah. How about you, Nick? Did you ever get equipment from the VA?
I have a recumbent bicycle. I've had it for about 2.5 years, and same as him, mine's just a regular recumbent. So it was about $7,000 for the price tag, but I've got a lot of miles on it around home and weekly rides going up to Salt Lake and riding with the VA group.
Yeah, the e-assist to make up for my missing leg was a big chunk of my budget.
Yeah, absolutely. And Johnny said, if you demonstrate that you're going to be active, the VA will provide the equipment, and they do. They do. It's just an amazing thing. We got a couple of minutes left, but I just want to make sure that that first of all, you look at that site that's up there, the VA site, the Adaptive Sports, and it has every single thing on there. From they even have, what is the proper name? The Arts and Craft Festival, is that the proper name of it? But it's like an arts and craft fest. Anybody ever been to it, David or Nick?
I think
I've not done to the arts festival, but I've done art stuff with them. I do mindful drawing and watercolors.
Cool.
I haven't done any art-based therapy. Not enough risk for me.
I'm planning on getting into it. Golden, my CBOC, has an open clinic for painting that I'm going to check out. And as I understand, you can enter competitions and you can win your VA or your VISN, like the network of VAs, and then you're selected by vote from the national VA to go to the arts program where there's singing, music, poetry, written word, and drawing and painting, a whole host of things. So I'm going to get into that as well.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, the bottom line up front is that, if you're a vet out there or you're a caregiver or you know a vet, we all have family that serve. Here's an opportunity for them to do something like you've heard here, because I did it. We get closed out, we insulate. I know I did. And then I found out about this. Yeah, I did some things with Wounded Warrior Project, but nothing like what we just experienced. And it's life-changing, So that's the whole point, is that, share what you got and let people know. And, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, or if you need to get a hold of any of these veterans, hey, like John right here, he said, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, So, hey, that's what the VA is for, is to support us, so we can have quality of life. And, you got veterans that have given their lives and their quality of life. So this is important. It's important to all of us. It should be important to you, And does anybody have any last words, anything they want to say before we sign off on what we did?
My biggest takeaway was it was okay to be disabled. For the first time in my life, I felt at home, unencumbered to be myself and be as open as I wanted and be a listening ear to others who were experiencing the same. So it was very, very needed.
Cool.
That's amazing, Matt. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it is, it comes at some point. You have to just accept this is what normal is now and figure out how I live like this. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. And it was a lot. Johnny said there is funding available for what's CAF? That one.
Challenge Athlete Foundation,
Okay.
Veterans Athletes United, Simplify, and America Fund, and then Wounded Warrior Project.
Of course. So you see, there's so many nonprofit organizations that I learned about. This is just the tip of the iceberg that want to support veterans, and so on. So it's out there. It's out there for us to use, So please use it. David, was he going to say anything else?
No, I'll just say thanks for having us on. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and it may not be the last. When you write your book, you know.
I don't know about that.
No, but I want to say thank you to Johnny, you know, Nick, David, Matt. Thank you so much. It was an honor, and we'll be in contact. You know, it was an honor meeting you cats, man. It just like, I know it gave me, like, I know Matt said it gave me renewal. Like, okay, hey, there is life that I can enjoy stuff, you know. So I just want to say thank you, and I want to thank the audience. And you know, this will be once we're done, this will be archived, so you can use it. You can send it to somebody, and they can see what we have and what the VA has, and all these organizations. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was here, and hey, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and you know, just be good. And I want to say thank you again to my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose.
Thanks, Jose.
Peace.
Yeah, thanks, brother. You guys have a good one.
Yeah. Let me see what play outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.